The man accused of an assassination attempt on President Trump nearly 1 year ago in South Florida is set to face trial starting Monday. 59-year-old Ryan Routh will represent himself in federal court. Judge Eileen Cannon warning Routh not to make any sudden movements as jury selection begins Monday. Trial attorney and former felony prosecutor Andrea Lewis is here now to break down the case. Andrea, welcome to the program. Thank you so much. This is already looking to be very interesting. We just heard about the judge's warning, but we know there is a court filing by Routh where he has challenged the president to a golf match. And if Routh wins, he gets the president's job. And if Trump wins, Routh said he can be executed. So this is already looking like it's going to be a little bit of a chaotic scene in the courtroom.
I couldn't agree with you anymore. That's not the only strange filing that he's made in this case. And so far, it certainly looks like this is unfortunately going to be somewhat of a circus, despite the seriousness of the underlying allegations. So he has filed a witness list with a bunch of very odd evidence on there that appears to have no actual relevance to the case, including Boy Scout accommodations, strange handwritten letters that he himself has written, diagrams of some skate parks. And then on the other side of the courtroom, there's going to be a well-prepared team of, prosecutors that are gearing up to send him to prison for the remainder of his life.
You know, the judge, Eileen Cannon, urged him not to do this, not to represent himself, and they certainly could have provided any number of court-appointed defense attorneys. Why do you think he is taking it upon him to defend himself here?
Your guess is as good as mine. It could be a variety of reasons. He could, and this does happen. Some defendants, they think they're either smarter than they are, or they just think this will be fun. It'll be entertaining. I'm going to prison anyway, and that is not as uncommon as some may think. And so, whatever his reasoning is, it's a bad idea. And the judge has warned him of that. That's really true in any case. He should be represented by a skilled legal team to give himself the best chance. But the good news is for him that the state or the government's evidence here is so overwhelming that whether he represents himself or not, I think the outcome is going to be exactly the same.
Yeah, it really is. I read prosecutors have 33 pages of exhibits that can be used as evidence and, even more than that. Unfortunately, we got to leave it there. But thank you so much for joining us today. This is going to be interesting to watch.